The WRC, which celebrates its 10th anniversary this year, clearly demonstrated the main vector of robotics development for the next decade, which is anthropomorphic robots. UBTech brought their robots to the show, which are already taking over the automotive industry. For instance, Zeekr, a subsidiary of Geely, has started testing Walker S light humanoid robots in its factories. These high-tech androids, developed in collaboration with UBTech Robotics and Miracle Automation Engineering, are capable of performing complex tasks in smart manufacturing and logistics. With advanced visual recognition and autonomous navigation, the Walker S Lite can carry loads of up to 30 pounds or 15 kilos and work together with automated vehicles. And this is just the beginning. Other car makers such as NIO and Dongfeng are also actively testing Walker humanoids to improve assembly processes and quality control. By next year, up to 1,000 of these robots can be working in factories across China. And since UBTech's recent partnership with Baidu, Walker S can now talk and reason in real time.
Affordable humanoid robots are a fantasy no more. It's a reality. Unitree Robotics from China decided to prove that to the entire world, and in just a few years released 2 humanoid robots. The first is a full-sized anthropomorphic robot H1. It can not only walk, but also dance, keep its balance, and do backflips. The robot itself is inexpensive by standards of humanoid machines, but it's not cheap either. 90 big ones. H1 has a younger brother. You guessed it, G1. It's unique in that this model is already produced en masse, and the robot will be available at a very affordable $16,000. G1 can confidently overcome obstacles of different heights, go up and down cluttered stairs, jog, and balance while being pushed and shoved. About the delivery, we just published a video of our latest production version of G1, which we plan to deliver to customers in the next 1 or 2 months. In the future, our G1 will be used as a universal humanoid robot for various users, including, for example, tech enthusiasts, individual users, and some AI technology companies to conduct robot research. About the H1 model, this year we had updates and optimization of H1 version, and then more work on the design of legs and arms. Also, thanks to H1, we have open source code for teleoperation of the robot so that users can share experiences of model grasping as well as experiments with data collection. In the future, it's going to be 2 areas. The first one is obviously the design of the robot itself. For example, the duration of use, the power, the ability to move some joints, and for example, degrees of freedom. And the second direction, is AI. Also, Unitree is known for its 4-legged robots for service, entertainment, and other industries. Here too, we recently released a new product, the Go2W. The robot on wheels can not only drive fast, but also walk on legs, keeping its balance even on the stairs. The Go2W is actually based on some feedback from users who wanted to add a wheel group to the base of the Go2 itself. The robot can now go from 6 miles or 10 kilometers to 18 miles or 30 kilometers on wheels. In addition, the wheeled version can also climb a slope, say, or stairs. By the way, Unitree has 4-legged robots for industrial applications as well. You can learn more about them in the description to this video. Our long-term goal is definitely to stick to the development of our own 4-legged robots. In addition, our humanoid robots are also an important product line for us, so in the future we will continue to develop both product lines, and in the future we also hope that our robots, quadrupedal and humanoid robots, will serve us humans. I also hope that we can bring a change in the way people live and work with our products and improve our quality of life in general.
Pulling the weight for all the non-Chinese humanoids out there was Tesla. Unfortunately, it didn't perform for the public but stayed under a glass hood, which surprisingly didn't affect its popularity. Tesla enjoys special treatment in China. Recently, the company was included in the list of approved for government procurement. Therefore, the company, in addition to the robot, brought Model Y in its famous Cybertruck. By the way, Tesla's truck still lacks not only the function of unmanned driving, but even minimal driver assistance. This is despite the FSD being paid for by customers and its promises of early implementation from Elon Musk. As for the robot, so far Tesla seems to be facing problems in training it for a large number of tasks. To overcome this, the company is willing to hire anyone who agrees to wear a motion capture suit and VR headset day and night. Interestingly, the mandatory requirement for the candidate is to have a driver's license. Why do you think that is? Out of the other requirements, height from 5'7 to 5'11 or 170 to 180 centimeters, and daily reporting abilities. The lucky ones will get from $25 to $48 per hour plus cash and stock bonuses and benefits. Interested? Give Tesla a call. But back to the exhibition. Zhejiang Humanoid Robot Innovation Center unveiled its new hero, the NAVIAI Navigator 2 humanoid robot. On the stage, it seems like it was showing off a bit. It was giving a speech, making tea, playing chess, trying to copy human movements as much as possible, and more. NAVIAI has 41 degrees of freedom, stands at 5'5 or 165 centimeters tall, and weighs 130 pounds or 60 kilos. Its processing power is 275 trillion operations per second, which should provide the robot with lightning-fast reactions. NAVIAI is also equipped with intelligent navigation, allowing it to confidently interact with its environment, including recognizing and picking up objects. But it was the EX Robots booth that attracted the most attention. No surprise there, the company's robots are becoming more and more realistic every year. At the WRC, there were copies of famous personalities, doppelgangers of the company's employees, and just characters created for fun. The robots repeated facial expressions of visitors, told stories, actively mimicking the speaker. Now the company, which has opened its own museum of the future, produces 400 to 500 robots a year, mostly for museums and educational institutions. Private orders, however, were not reported. After all, thanks to 3D scanning, printing, and digital design, EX Robots can create a copy of absolutely anybody. By the way, the company's robots are not just beautiful dolls. EX Robots engineers are now actively working not only on realistic skin, but also on technologies such as recognizing and transmitting emotions in speech, so that robots can show empathy and create the illusion of real communication with the people around them. And just in case you're wondering, you can make your own doppelganger in a month for about 200,000 bucks. Want to know more? Check out our previous video in the description. Competing with EX Robots were Qingbao robots, which also claim to be realistic. Qingbao is a subsidiary of Haier, where the core business is robotic vacuum cleaners. However, this does not prevent the company from promoting humanoid robots and even promises to endow them with at least limited artificial intelligence. The company's website says that Shanghai Qingbao Engine Robot provides comprehensive intelligent services for customers across many industries, covering, quote, software plus hardware plus content plus services in a single intelligent ecosystem. This probably means that the company wants to supply its humanoid robots as service machines that are capable of greeting and counseling people at hotels and airports, for example. Basically, soon, at least in China, there will be anthropomorphic robots instead of billboards. Anybody want to take that bet? Let us know in the comments. Also on display was China's first full-sized open-source humanoid robot, Kinglong from Humanoid Robots Limited. The robot doesn't look cool, but the manufacturers claim that it has 43 active degrees of freedom and is capable of moving quickly, avoiding obstacles, and even walking over hills. Its processing power reaches 400 tera operations per second. Now that is real power. It's also reported that the robot is able to perform various actions with its hands, but it is unlikely that it does this on its own. Most likely, the robot itself is only able to maintain balance under kicks, but doing things on its own is, for the time being, fiction. Soon, however, it will be able to. After all, the company has opened the source code for the robot for developers to conduct experiments with Kinglong and teach it new tasks. Humanoid Robots Limited plans to release a new robot every year, develop 100 application scenarios per year, and increase the number of learning robots to 1,000 in the next 2 years. What can 1,000 robots do to make this world better? Moving on, Liju unveiled Kuavo, a robot that runs Harmony operating system and Pangu artificial intelligence developed by Huawei itself. The OS is open source, so Kuavo's main purpose is said to be research. However, it's also reported that the robot is already being used for some tasks at the NIO car factory, and there's been reports that this pilot project was successful. According to Chinese officials, humanoid robots are well suited for quality control and multitasking functions in car manufacturing plants. Let's hope so. Another humanoid robot, this time for home, was brought to the exhibition by UniX AI. This robot is positioned as a cook and a housekeeper. This bad boy sports a pair of wheels, but the company is already working on a two-legged version. The level of technology today is such that even small companies can build a humanoid robot and teach it, well, walking. But the key tech here, of course, shouldn't be legs or even hands, but artificial intelligence. And here, we're still waiting for a breakthrough. Another robot, which is positioned as a home assistant, was comfortably seated in a chair at the robot-era stand. XBot-L, which was the first humanoid to conquer the Great Wall of China, can walk on uneven roads and stairs even in poor lighting conditions. According to the developers, all this is possible thanks to the proprietary reinforcement learning technology, which also allows the robot to make decisions in unfamiliar environments. And LimX Dynamics brought its advanced CL1 humanoid robot to this year's WRC. According to the developers, the robot can now filter unpredictable external interference, move specified objects, independently adjust its position, and plan for the task at hand. Just like the XBot-L, CL1 is positioned as a home assistant, which unfortunately just hung there. LimX P1, however, was all over the place. This self-balancing robot has incredible resistance to mud and rough terrain as well as to kicks from humans. For now. Moving on, Beijing Galbot Company and its G1 robot made an impression at the conference this year as well. It differs from most humanoids due to its arm design, with over 6 feet or 190 centimeters arm span and an available reach of up to almost 8 feet or 240 centimeters. To keep its balance, the robot is mounted on a platform which can fold and grow upwards, extending its range of motion. And according to the developers, the robot also has brains. They allow the G1 to demonstrate a generalized handling ability in autonomous mode. What do developers mean by that? Certainly not the ability to perform any action on any object. There's no such AI for robots as of yet. From what we managed to gather about the robot, we can conclude that it can recognize and grasp objects with its hands, which in general is not breaking news, but for G1, it's a big step forward. Kepler Exploration Robot Company, also from China, has unveiled its new hero, a humanoid general-purpose robot, Kepler Forerunner. Standing at 5'10" or 175 centimeters tall and weighing almost 190 pounds or 85 kilos, this robot is equipped with patented linear actuators and has 40 degrees of freedom, allowing it to perform complex tasks. Forerunner is capable of gently grasping small objects and carrying heavy objects as well. It navigates thanks to the NAVIAI AI system, which provides object recognition and navigation in complex environments. Interestingly, the robots will already be mass-produced in the fall, although the world first saw them in January this year at the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas. We had a separate look-see into the Forerunner. You can find that video in the description below. As for the price, it's not cheap. Close to $30,000. And TLIBOT from Chinese company FD Robot was also at the show this year. It stands out with an impressive 71 degrees of freedom. This droid is equipped with sensor tech such as 3D vision and LiDAR, allowing it to accurately map its environment and avoid obstacles. TLIBOT also features force feedback and voice interaction capabilities. The robot's designed for a wide range of industrial applications including film, military, education, logistics, and healthcare, but its widespread adoption is hampered by cost. Between 70 and 140,000 big ones if you want to get a TLIBOT of your own. Realman Company is one of the mavericks of this exhibition that stays true to its roots. The robotic arms is all the company does, and it sticks with it. Light, flexible, and so strong that it can lift 130% of its own weight. These robotic arms can end up with any industrial grip or a fully anthropomorphic hand with 5 fingers. They can work safely alongside a human, and 1 or 2 of these robot arms can be mounted on any platform, including a humanoid one. And you get a robot with dexterous, sensitive, and trainable arms right from the start. Stardust Intelligence presented an updated humanoid robot assistant, Astribot S1, which is designed to create comfort in your home. This wheeled robot not only cooks and cleans, but also takes care of pets. Astribot has super fast arms that can move at speeds of up to 32 feet or 10 meters per second and lift weights of up to 22 pounds or 10 kilos. At the same time, the positioning accuracy of its hands is an incredible 0.001 inches or 0.03 millimeters. With such accuracy, it doesn't even need fingers. The robot easily squats to reach low objects and masterfully uses kitchen utensils. All actions are performed autonomously, but their range is still limited. So you can teach the robot new tasks by controlling it through a VR headset. Sooner or later, robots like these would probably appear in our homes. What do you guys think? If this doesn't cost like an airplane, would you get one? Not only humanoids were present at the conference, but also other useful robots that already found its place in the field. For example, firefighting robots from Kaicheng Intelligence. These machines are designed for rescue operations and firefighting, and they can work independently or in cooperation with a fire brigade. In tests, the robots prove that they react faster than humans to new fires and are able to work closer to the source. The robots can be controlled remotely by viewing video from its cameras in real time, and the machines themselves can work up to 10 hours on a single charge. Why doesn't every city have these? Paxini didn't mess about with the name for its Toro 1 humanoid robot for too long. Apparently, this is supposed to change the way you interact with machines. With 47 degrees of freedom and a unique VTLI visual and tactile multimodal perception model, this robot is able to literally feel the world around it. Toro 1 senses pressure, friction, softness, and even temperature. Highly accurate positioning down to 0.002 inches or 0.05 millimeters and force control down to 0.01 newtons make it ideal for the most delicate of handling. Its modular design makes it easy to customize its functionality for any task, and its dynamically adaptive height makes it a universal assistant in any space. According to the developers, the robot has 15 types of tactile sensors and perceives almost 8,000 tactile signals. This allows it to recognize and grasp objects with incredible accuracy and tenderness. The robot has no legs, but its sporty chassis ensures smooth and fast movement, and it's another contender for smart home assistant. At the World Robot Conference, of course, there was a large area with industrial robots. In recent years, Chinese manufacturers have been increasing their influence on the market, including their domestic market, because the PRC is one of the world's largest consumers of robots. And now it's actively trying to squeeze its Japanese and European markets. The The country is also developing its own component base. For example, despite the use of NVIDIA processors, the humanoid robot UBTech, for example, consists of more than 80% of Chinese-made components. Medical robots are also developing very actively in China. The country's government does not want to depend on the West in any industry, so the country has its own developments for all types of robotic surgery. For example, robotic knee joint replacement surgeries have already been performed for 2 years, and this year, the world's first remote surgery to remove a tumor from lungs was performed. China is actively developing and testing their analog of the Da Vinci robot, and by the way, the medical robot market is projected to reach $3 billion next year. China is clearly concerned about its technological sovereignty and is investing billions of dollars in key industries, from electric cars to humanoid robots. But it's the latter that the government seems to be most interested in. Since the country is experiencing a serious decline in working population, the shortage of people here is planned to be replaced by anthropomorphic robots. And if 10 years ago the World Robot Conference only saw European and US robots, today the vast majority of robotic solutions are developed in China. There's more, but we're out of time, so let us know in the comments what your favorite exhibit was. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel and check out our Instagram for more from the world of high tech.